Hurricane Sandy hit New York, I did a lot of public communication about it, and I ended up writing a book called Storm Surge. And the great writer Amitav Ghosh, a couple of years after that, was researching his own book called The Great Derangement on Climate Change, History, and Culture. And one of the things he was interested in is whether a Sandy-like event could happen in Mumbai. What I learned very quickly is that although Mumbai is not one of the most cyclone-vulnerable places in the world, cyclones are pretty rare in the Arabian Sea, and a major one has never hit the city in modern history. But it's possible. We knew it could happen, and that's exactly the kind of situation where we need predictive modeling because the historical data isn't a guide. Started studying the problem a little bit, and then I came to realize that we had a global center here, and that the Colombian president actually gives small grants for people to do research projects at the global centers through what's called the President's Global Innovation Fund. At this time, my colleagues and I were starting to build our own model for estimating hurricane hazard and risk, which we now call the Columbia Tropical Cyclone Hazard Model. We came here to the Global Center in 2016. We had a workshop with local experts, scientists from universities, a few government officials, a few journalists and activists. The Global Center was very helpful in finding contacts for us, facilitating our meetings, making connections to local people and giving us a space to talk with them. We did our research for another year, and I came back with another young colleague, Zach Bird, in 2017, and we met more people, talked to the local disaster managers and more academics. And then we wrote up our work. We've now published a paper on the cyclone risk in Mumbai. Took advantage of my presence here to visit the Indian Institute for Tropical Meteorology in Pune. They encouraged us to apply for a grant through what's called the Monsoon Mission through the Ministry of Environment, and that was successful. So now we have a funded project funded by the Indian government at Columbia University to study not cyclones but the monsoon and how to predict the monsoons. So one of the things that the Global Center does is just by giving us a way to be in the country and a way to make contacts, and that's led to further engagement with scientists and scholars and experts here in India, and that's led to a stronger India component to our research, even as we do it at Columbia.